Day 2 of renovating my mum's bedroom after 35 years. We have almost all of the wallpaper off the walls. The only issue areas are underneath where the curtain poles are. We went and bought 2 curtain poles today. They're slightly too long, but they're wooden ones. Curtain poles. Red poles. There we go, wooden poles. That's what my mum's after. There we go, wooden poles. That one might be it. So they have these double-ended screws for the finials. Screw both ends into the pole and then the finial, and that attaches them together. So theoretically I can just chop a bit off so that they're not quite so long and then re-drill the hole to put the finial on. So my plan is to take the curtain rails down, take the piece of wood that they're attached to. I hope there wasn't a specific reason why my dad did that. There's a difficulty in putting the curtain poles up. We will find out, but I'm going to take that off so that I can remove the rest of the wallpaper, put the curtain poles up before I've painted the walls, just so that my mum can have curtains at night. And then when I do come to painting, I can just take the curtain pole off and paint underneath it. But today's endeavour is to do some sanding. So I want to sand this bookcase. That's going to get painted white. This wall is going to be blue, but the bookcase is going to be white. And yes, there is wallpaper still in here called Donkey's Breakfast. How have they? Oh no. Okay. So I could take these shelves out and pull that wallpaper off. So I need to sand that down so that it's ready to take some wood paint. And then I have the fun task of washing the walls down, because I need to get the wallpaper paste residue off the walls, and also the bits of polystyrene that's still stuck there. I need to make sure there's no glue that might stop the paint from adhering properly or leave a rough texture. Then after I've washed that off, I need to sand it to make sure that it's as smooth as possible. And then I need to prime it so that the paint doesn't just soak straight into the plaster, and so that it adheres properly and doesn't start peeling in a little while. And then I can paint the walls, but that's in the distant future at the moment. I've got some repair plaster coming so that I can do the section there where the tiles were, so I can fill in the blown plaster. That should be arriving today. And I have spray paint for the radiator, but we're going to try and take that off at the weekend, and then I can hopefully spray paint that outside rather than having to mask off the entire room. Less procrastinating, more sanding and washing of walls. I need my mask and I need my sander. But I would need the steamer. Move the camera before I wedge myself in there. You know what would help? A battery. I forgot a battery. Clever me. Where did I leave it? Downstairs, attached to my drill, I think. I'll be back with a battery. Battery. Oh, third time's the charm. Jeez, that's so loud. Why are you so loud? I can't see very well with these on, but at least I won't get dust in my eyeballs. Oh, it's so steamy. I need windscreen wipers. My mum actually hates these curtain rails because they jam. I don't blame her. She's put up with it for a long time. Lighting is going to be awful. I'll try not to aim you too far out the window, because the neighbour has got her underwear on the washing line. And I don't want to expose her like that. But if it looks like I'm looking like this, it's because I'm trying to see through the steam. Oh, I've also got the door frame. Okay, next we'll do the door frame, shall we? Probably gonna leave the wardrobe for after I've at least painted these bits, so that I can check we like the way it looks before doing such a big piece. I'm sure it will look nice being white and reflecting the light back instead of being dark, but I've never painted a wood texture like this. It's got actual texture. I don't know what type of wood that is. It could end up looking really rough and weird. Got to do the skirting as well. because that's varnished in the same colour, and that needs to be white. So I can see the dust in the room, so I might get my air purifier in. Let's get this guy going and tell me how dusty it is in here. You see the little indicator there, it's not all the way down in the blue. This dust is excellent, but it's slightly higher, and the particles are on 4. So leave that running for a little bit and it should get back to excellent. The indicator light, if you can see it, is red. It's normally blue. Massive spike. And he's turned himself up. Very polluted currently. Didn't like sucking up all that dust, I don't think. So that's why we wear masks when we're doing things like sanding. The dust particles that I could see here, I just suck straight into it. Definitely recommend an air purifier when you're decorating, especially when you're spray painting and painting in general. Got a stiff brush and a bucket of water so I can wash the walls down. Making most of this up as I go along, googling things where I don't know, and googling things that I don't know about washing the wallpaper paste off, that it can stop paint from adhering properly. What I was told was that you wet the plaster, leave it for 10 minutes so that the wallpaper paste can moisten up, and then wet it again and then scrape off the paste as it comes off, and then you can wipe it down. So I need to go get a J cloth. There's also a socket down there which I don't really want to get wet. Look. Paste. There, get it. It's always a good idea when you remember to turn your microphone on. You can see my skin. My layers of skin coming off.
That's gross. That's like some wet foot skin.
Gross. I see my pot of skin. It's like mozzarella. Mum needs a new bedside lamp. Look at this.
Why doesn't it have a shade?
It doesn't have anything. Ow. Stabbed me. No, that stabbed me deep. Ow. Stabbed myself on the trowel. Good to know. Oh yeah, there's a screw at the back, but how are you supposed to get to it?
I'll just snap it off.
I've got no idea how you're supposed to take that screw out. Got it. Yay! Curtains are really annoying me. Now they're down. How do I do this? I thought. Oh.
Just pull that plastic thing off.
Yeah, it's not that easy, but it is coming. I'm too tired for this.
Got a hammer.
There we go. Got it. I've got a million screws to undo. Give me my drill. Oh, for God's sake.
What?
Using different screw heads.
I expected Dad just use screws that he had.
Hey. One down, I've got to do that again on the other side, on the other window. Lunch has been eaten and I'm going to get that off now. I was going to leave it, but I decided I really don't like that wallpaper. just painting over it seems like the easy way out. So I've got the steamer on. We've been using the steamer to try and help remove the wallpaper paste residue. And it has to come off, otherwise it'll interfere with the paint applying properly. And I don't want to do a half-assed job. I want it to be as good as I can. I've got one curtain rail off. Still got to do the other one, but I want to get the curtain pole up today. So I don't want to take both of them down until I'm ready to put both of them up. Just waiting for this to heat up. It's still quite warm, but it needs to be bubbly. Yeah, what I really want to be doing is painting this wood. I just want to paint this because it feels like you're actually doing something. When you're scraping wallpaper paste off the wall, it's a process that doesn't look like you've done anything, and I don't like that. Because you're spending hours doing something that makes no visible difference. Whereas, at least when I sanded the door frame, you can see where I've sanded. When you paint, you can see where you painted. Even if you've got to do a couple coats, you can still see you've done something. Can't see I've done anything removing this wallpaper paste. Are we almost bubbling? Oh, that's a lot of water just poured straight down the wall. I'm going to move the bed in a minute. We're doing my most hated of tasks and drilling holes in walls. Yay. Right, hammer. It's hammer time. Part of that was really easy. And now we're on to hard bit. Can't get enough pressure on it. Oh, so heavy. It's not going in at all. I'm going to go down a drill bit to the smallest one I've got. Let's see if we can make any more progress. I've got a microphone, so this is going to be really quiet, but temporary fix. I've put them up with one screw. The original holes that my dad had drilled. It swivels because it's not secured at 2 points, but maybe if I tighten that one up a bit it would be tighter, but they need to come off again when I paint. I put it up temporarily. I'm just looking for some hooks so that we can put the curtain on, because it is one of these and we need one with eyelets eventually. But they've got the loops at the top with the holes, just the little plastic hooks. So we don't have any curtain hooks for the type of curtains Mum has, so I've just made some makeshift ones. Three per curtain, so that we can put the curtains up tonight and then she can buy some tomorrow, and then probably end up getting some curtains with eyelets so that they can just slide over the pole and you won't need the dangly loops. But these will do for now. It's been a challenge. So this is end of day 2. Technically it's actually day 3 because I couldn't actually do any work on the day in between day 1 and day 2, but this is the second day of working on this project. And we have a curtain rail up. It's not up permanently. I could only get one screw in either side because I couldn't physically drill the other holes needed. I could only use the holes that were already there from the curtain rail. So it's up there though, and we also didn't have any of the hooks needed, so I fashioned some out of some wire. So we've got 3 on each. It's enough to pull it across so that Mum can block out the sun in the morning. It doesn't look like much else has happened because the majority of what I did today is invisible. The sanding of that you can just about see, and the scraping of the wallpaper paste you can't see. You can't see I did any of that, and that Mum helped over here as well. So hopefully tomorrow there'll be a bit more visible progress, because tomorrow's plan is... What is tomorrow's plan? Plaster, fill in all the plaster cracks. So the blown plaster, there's bits missing all around the window frame. There's cracks, there's a crack up there. That one. There's a big one there as well. There's a big one there. 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 There's a big one there So I'm going to fill in the cracks, fill in the blown plaster and the chipped away bits around the windows. And then I hopefully will get to paint some of this white wood, this wood white. I need to sand the skirting board. I'm going to sand the walls before I do any painting. I'm going to sand the bits where we've removed the plaster. I need to sand that down so that it's nice and smooth. Move the plaster, remove the wallpaper paste. I'm going to sand over the top of that. So that's tomorrow's plan. I'm all nice and clean now, just had a shower. Gonna get dirty again tomorrow.